Alrighty, good morning. Let's see. God, it is early. It's almost only 7. Sorry, I still have my alarm set even though I'm not really working for the holiday portion of this until January 3rd. Okay, so stop babbling. Today, this is a buy request. I've had people tell me how does lot size equate over into real money. So I sent them the formulas, I sent them the lot size calculator, but I figured one of the easiest ways we could do is just show the damn thing. I'm going to take a couple trades with a win-lose. Doesn't really matter. What we're going to be looking at is the lot size here. Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to yawn. I've had a little bit of coffee, but I'm going to go get some more in a minute. So it's going to be real simple. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'll tell you what the lot size is. We're going to take a trade, let it run down here so you can watch the profit and loss. I don't know an easier way to do this because I've given the calculator out to a few people, but there still seems to be a bit of confusion on what lot size equates to in real cash. So we'll run through, I'm going to do a 0.01 trade right now. Let's see, it's bumping a support. Like I said, I really don't care which way it goes. Let's just do a sell. Now, I have a 1.4 pip spread, so that's going to be taken into account. Now, this is 0.01 lots. If we look over here, this first number, this is not money. This is pips, so it's negative 2.2 pips right now, and it's 18 cents in the negative. So what we'll do is we'll let it run up to about 5 pips, maybe either direction, so you can see on what the profit or loss is on that trade. And then we'll move on to, I'll do I don't know, I'll bump it up to like 0.1 pips, and then that'll hopefully give people an idea. We can bump, if you have, since there are people in chat, I forgot that you get alerts. If you have a request on a lot size, let me know, but I can always flip to a funky account and load it up to like 100,000 if someone's going to be trading large. So right now we're at what? About negative 3 pips, and this is 0.01. This is the smallest possible trade size you can go. So at negative 3 pips, it's about 25 cents in the hole. I mean, if you're going to be trading at this lot size, it's kind of, well, not boring, but it's good practice for money management. But we'll let it hit something like 5 pips, and we'll close it. And then we'll move on to a 0.1. 0.1 is more of a common size that people start off with for things, and it actually can be worth. I mean, I'm not saying 0.01 is not worth it. If you're running a long-term trade, that it can add up, but right now, minus commission. You notice there's no commission on this, and it's just pips. What happens is, with FXCM on the standard account, the spread takes in. That's why their spread's a little bit larger. The spread is the commission. That's why some of you get 0.01 on your spread, but you have a commission you pay. So it's a give or take. Good lord, is this ever going to move? Okay, so let's jump over to Euro. I have it set up. This is 0.1 lots, which is about 10 times bigger than 0.01. We'll do a sell. Now, if we notice on this one, crap. Okay, so UJ, we're going to close it. Let's remember it's at, I'm going to try and nail it right at 3 pips. 2 pips, whatever. Okay, so 0.1, and we'll come back, we'll do this all again, because I guess I shouldn't have had 2 trades running at once. Okay, so 0.1 lots, let's take a look at that. 0.1 lots is $1.80. Now, 0.1 lots is really easy to figure out, because if you look, it almost directly corresponds. Negative 2.1 pips is negative $2.10. So at 0.1 lots, basically what you're looking at is every pip is $1. So that's kind of an easy way to explain it. Now, if you're at 0.01, every pip is about 10 cents. So hopefully this, and you can scale it up and down from there. I'm hoping this is a little bit easier to understand than the lot size calculator and what's a pip worth value type thing, because I think people were getting really confused because they were trying to decide, well, what size trade account should I use? What's that? Now remember, the other thing is you do have leverage. U.S. traders, you're locked into 50 to 1. If you're not at 50 to 1, you're not using a reputable broker. like if you're at 50 to 1 and or if you're at 500 to 1 and you're a US trader, you're probably using an offshore broker. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying be careful. I was using Trader's Way for a little bit, and when I finally had issues with withdrawing, I got into all kinds of problems finally getting money back into the States because I had to go beyond just asking them through withdrawal. I had to bring some other people into the mix to get my money. And so if we look, so it's like here's one, you can see it almost directly corresponds. The only thing that'll toss us off a little bit is the spread. We're 0.9 pips, 90 cents. So it's almost a directly 1-to-1 conversion. So that'll give you a baseline, I guess, of 0.1 pips is kind of your baseline. So if you'd bump it up to 0.2 pips, or 0.2 lots, God, I can't even talk, then this would be double, which we'll take a look at that here in a second. So we're 1.2 pips and $1.10 in profit. I know the person isn't on, but I wanted to, let's see, this was for Bert actually, because I said I'd do it for him like Monday, and I almost totally forgot. So Bert, sorry I forgot about you. At least I remembered. I guess better late than never. Sorry, I've been hammered with the holidays. So as we can see, I mean, it's sticking around. Now, this isn't like for the signals group. So an initial entry, if you're trading 0.1 lots, that'd be a $10 trade. So people are asking me if my goal is 40 to 60 pips per week and you're trading at 0.1 lot, that makes it pretty easy to figure out. So it'd be about, if I hit minimum, it's about $40 a week, which is what, $160 a month to start off with at 0.1 lots. Okay, let's we'll close this one out. We'll jump. I think this gives you the baseline that you needed, but just for the hell of it, just so you can see, we'll jump up to 0.2, so you can see that it's about double. And so if we know that 0.01 is 10 cents a lot, 0.05 is going to be 50 cents per pip. Okay, so let me close this, and just to show that, let's go ahead and we'll drop it down to. I just want to make sure everyone understands. We're to support resistor, so I really don't know which way to take this one. This would be a non-entry point for me. Let's assume it's going to do a pullback. We'll do a buy. Now remember, when we first get into the trade, the spread takes into effect, but meh. Okay, so 0.33, and this is 0.05. Sorry, my nose is really runny. Once it gets closer to, what did we take? A buy. I don't know why I took a buy. Pullback. Either way. So we'll let it hit. It's -3. When it hits -5, we'll close it. But -3.3 is about $1.70. So hopefully this will give you all the feel for what your lot size equates to in real cash. And this is a 0.05. If y'all have questions, feel free to ask, or if you want me to do a lot size, like if you have a trade size you're thinking about using. Right now, remember, this is a little bit high because we have not overcame the spread yet. Once it overcomes the spread, then we'll see what the true value is. But every trade's always going to start in the hole. I guess another thing, if you're in the signals group and you're using Pepperstone, your spread's going to be much less than this. So if I pull in 5 pips on a trade, you'll probably pull in 6. You're always going to pull in at least a pip more, just about. I'm trying to see if this will get up so you can see. As it gets closer to here, the spread's going to disappear, and then we'll see what the true profit is. Markets are slow. If we look, the Renko time, this is what a this candle's already taken 5 minutes to, and it still hasn't formed. Ooh. Come on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than this that I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure and get this one out because I realized I forgot it and it was a buy request. And so we can see it's, there we go. We're going to start popping into profit. Okay, so 0, and no, we not. Little tease. You won't see the true value of it until we pop into profit. I was hoping to get a full loss, but oh well. Right now the markets just aren't moving. They're kind of puddling around. That's why I'm not trading till the 3rd. That's when I'll be coming back. I highly recommend that for everyone else. If you want to trade on demo practice. Let's see. See, I mean, we could sit here all day. This candle's already up hitting to approach a 10-minute mark. Actually, it's... What's it at? I don't know. This one's boring. Well, they're all going to be boring today. But does anyone have a question on lot size? Just to basically review it here. Let me put it in Notepad. And this is not set in stone. God, I have Windows updates pending, so it's not liking me. I hate Windows 10. Whenever you have updates, it seems to draw it down. Okay, so just as a quick 0.01 equates to about about 10 cents a pip. 0.1 equates into about I showed it on the screen so y'all could see it, but that's basically what the equation comes out to. This is give or take, because each currency is going to have a slightly different value. But hopefully, for the person, Bert, you had asked about this. You weren't the only one, Bert. There was a ton of people who asked about it. So hopefully that clears up a little bit for you. Right now we're running a 0.051. As you can see, it's about right in between here. So that's about, it means it's about 50 cents a pip. And it's at 0.0, so let's go ahead and close it out. And again, let's show you, let's see what the other one looks like. These both look boring as hell, so I don't think I'm going to get much movement out of them. This one's hitting a support here, so it's not deciding on its direction. The candle's growing. This one's puddling around. We can see it's kind of gone flat. It is slowly moving up. Let's see. Here's the 0.01 again, so we'll do a buy. Remember, we always start in the hole. The spread was 1.5, so look, it's negative 1.5. So every trade does start in the hole. You have to realize that. Again, we'll put this up here so you can see. So again, it's about 10 cents a pip. Now, again, this profit here is not, I have it set to pips. If you right click, see I have it set to as points. 10 points is a pip. So negative 30 is 3 pips negative. So let's look if we take a catastrophic loss, 10 pip loss, what would it come out to at 0.01? Well, I don't know if it's going to do catastrophic loss, but... So remember, the spread gets added into this too. So on top of the 10 pips, if you lose, then you lose the spread too. I don't think the market's going to be moving enough for me to actually show a full trade up or down, but hopefully this clears up any of the questions. I think it should, because you can scale it up or down from here to get a rough idea of what your trade size will be worth. I actually do have one question. So 0.11. So what would that be worth? I mean, it's okay. Not to be rude. Basic math. 1.110. It was. And remember, these are rough estimates. Okay. Basically, just move the decimal point. Boop. Over, and you're done. You see what I mean by move the decimal point 2 places? So if we're doing 0.12 pips, 0.12, you can just move the decimal point to here. Now on this one, you'd move it to here, it's 0.1. So move the decimal place right one, and it'll give you your answer. So move, and this is move decimal place right one for rough estimate. Does that make it easy enough for everyone? on how to figure out what your lot size is compared to your trade size. Remember, this is just a rough estimate of a way to figure out how much each pip is worth. As you start growing up, or not growing up, as the trade sizes get bigger, then you would actually want to know. But for the smaller trades, this is an easy way to get a rough estimate. So if I did, for instance, let's see, like negative, look how it's not perfect. This is negative 0.16, but it's within a penny or two. So let's look over here. This one may have bounced off support. So if we do 0.06, move the decimal place 1, and that means about 6 cents a pip. I'm sorry, 60. God, I can't talk. 60 cents a pip. So let's see if that equates. So we start the trade in the negative automatically. Remember, we're negative 1.4. Double that. Like I said, give or take. The spread kind of screws things up. So once it goes into, if it goes into profit, what I do? I'm paying attention to buy. Once the spreads overcome from the initial entry, then you'll see the trade balance out. But again, this is just an estimate. It is not perfect. It's an easy way to look really quick and decide. If you're in the signals group, remember, y'all are setting your own trade size. So that is something that you'll need to be aware of and be able to figure out. The EA is going to figure it out for you. You tell it 10 pips and you tell it the percent of your account you want to trade. But this way you know and have an idea of what your profit or loss can be. So hopefully that clears up the confusion. I will give it a minute or two. Does everyone have questions on it? I wasn't actually planning on doing this morning until I forgot. Again, I apologize, Bert and a few other people. Just Bert, you're the only one I remember off the top of my head who requested this. But I do apologize for screwing up and putting this off for almost 5 damn days. And I am seeing 0 questions. I'll give it another minute because I know there's a delay on it. Other than that, let's see. News trading, normal trading resumes January 3rd, January 9th. Signals go live. January 3rd is kind of when I'll be getting back into it. Till then, I'll be on and off. But if you have questions, hit me up, email me, do whatever. But I wanted to make sure and get this one done. The other thing is, if anyone has requests, since I am going to be bored out of my mind since I'm not trading, if you have requests for like educational crap, whatever it may be, just hit me up. It'll give me something to do until the 3rd. Nothing on the 1st because I'll probably be sleeping in. Alright, ladies and gents, have a good one then. That sums up today's. I tried to keep it short and brief, but it went a little long. Well, hopefully that clears up a little confusion of how much a lot size equates into a pip value. And thanks for watching, and again, if y'all need something, hit me up on Slack, email, Skype, whatever. Have a good one.